What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Smarter? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, or do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. Now, on with the show. Today on the program, interesting facts and combined with historical facts. You know, I like to learn stuff and fill my head with knowledge. And while I have this microphone in front of me, why don't you fill your head with knowledge as well? Martin Luther King Day. Today we're celebrating Martin Luther King Day, MLK Day. It's been shortened to MLK, but why? Why do we celebrate this one civil rights activist? There was a bunch of civil rights activists. There's still people fighting for civil rights. But why Martin Luther King? In the United States, Martin Luther King Day is observed annually on the third Monday in January. The day commemorates the life and work of Dr. King, who was a Baptist minister and a prominent leader in the American civil rights movement. People are encouraged to use the day to, quote, reflect on the principles of racial equality and nonviolent social change espoused by Dr. King, end quote. The holiday is typically observed with events such as marches, rallies, speeches by politicians, civil rights leaders. King was born on January 15, 1929, and he rose to the fore of the civil rights movement in 1955 with the Montgomery bus boycott that followed the arrest of Rosa Parks. You remember Rosa Parks, an African-American woman who had violated the city's racial segregation ordinances when she refused to give her seat on a bus to a white passenger. An advocate of Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of using nonviolent resistance to effect social change, King promoted the use of nonviolent means to bring an end to social segregation in the United States. In 1964, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace for his efforts. He was assassinated in 1968. That was like a yada, yada, yada from he got the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, and then he was killed in 1968. Efforts to create a national holiday honoring King began soon after his assassination, although legislation for a federal holiday was not passed until 1983. The first nationwide observance of the holiday occurred in 1986. How are you celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King? I know there's so much more to the man. I could have gone a lot further. Maybe I will on a future episode of What Makes You Smarter. But for today, reflect. All right? Nonviolence. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And then take care of the people around you. That's it for this edition, this short edition of What Makes You Smarter. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Also check out the What Makes You Famous podcast. Hashtag What Makes You Famous. Peace. I'm out of here.